Hello dear students. Today also we will study the third lesson, second part of the story. Yesterday we had studied about the Jewish merchant and Sultan Saladin. Sultan Saladin the Great, he wanted the money because presently in his country there is no money. He spent all his money and the treasure for the wars and wasteful luxurious life. Now he is in need of huge or large amount of money. Then who will give the money? He think about it. Lastly, he wanted to meet a Jewish merchant. His name is Melchizedek. He asked the questions: which religion is a true one? That part we already studied. Just as an answer, Melchizedek told a story to Sultan Saladin to understand, or just as the answer of this question. Then, tell me the story. The Sultan said, once there was a rich man who possessed a beautiful ring. He started the story, Melchizedek, the Jewish merchant. Once upon a time, the olden day, once there was a rich man who possessed a beautiful ring. Ring you can see, we are using the fingers, golden ring, gold or silver earrings. Once upon a time, or once there was a rich man who possessed, who acquired in his hand, he keep a beautiful ring, R-I-N-G. The Jew began. The Jewish merchant began means started the story. This is the first sentence of the story. Once there was a rich man who possessed a beautiful ring. Okay. He was so fond of the ring that he wished to do it an honor. So he was so fond, and the fond means loving, very much interested, like. He very much liked the ring, and he wished just like a dream. He wanted to keep the ring as an honor or respect. So for example, if you get a medal or a trophy for any competition, and we will keep that trophy or medal in front room of our house. What purpose? To show others. It is a respect and honor to others. In that, just like that, this old man, this rich man, he keep the ring in his hand as an honor. So he made it known that before he died, he would pass the ring on to the worthiest of his sons. And before his dying, he wanted to give or change the beautiful ring any of his sons. Only one condition, that son should be worthiest. Worthiest means with good values, good moral values, good qualified or quality son. That is means worthiest, worthy man, worthy story. So he made it known that before he died, he would pass the ring. Pass means to give the ring on to the worthiest of his sons. The son who received the ring would inherit his wealth and be the head of the family after the rich man's death. He has 3 sons. Who is the worthiest son? The rich man, he will give the beautiful ring to the worthiest of his son. Then after getting the ring, that son will become the head of the family, and he will get all the assets. Assets means land or building, vehicles, all things possessed by the rich man. The rich man's all the properties, all the materials, all the things, money, treasure, anything, that will also he will ready to change the worthiest son. The son who received the ring would inherit his wealth and be the head of the family. The first important benefit is that worthiest son became, he will get all the wealth, all the money, land, property, building, all things, all the wealth and assets. The second benefit is that after the death of the rich man, the worthiest son will become the head of the family. That is two benefits. Okay. Then one of his sons received the ring and became the head of the family. He in turn gave similar orders about the ring to his sons, and at the time of his death acted as his father had done. One of his sons received. The rich man, he got 3 sons. Out of the 3 sons, one son, he got the beautiful ring. Only worthiest son, only one. One son, he received the beautiful ring. One of his sons received the ring and became the head of the family. And he, according to the rule, according to the dreams or wishes of the rich man, the worthiest son became the head of the family. He in turn, then he also became the, just like an old age thing, gave similar orders about the ring to his sons. He also gave the similar orders, similar conditions to his sons. And at the time of his death, acted as his father has done. He acted just as his father. In this way, the ring was passed on from father to son for several hundred years. And in that way, the ring that has been changing or passing from one father to another son, and in that way hundreds and hundreds of years, the beautiful ring that has been passing from hand to hand, from generation to generation, from year to year. Once again, one of his sons received the ring and became the head of the family. He in turn gave similar orders about the ring to his sons, and at the time of his death acted as his father had done. In this way, the ring was passed on from father to son for several years, several hundreds and hundreds of years. In the end, it came to the hands of a man who had 3 sons. After hundreds and hundred years, 500 years, 600 years, or 1000 years, and the ring came in the hand of a person who had 3 sons. In the end, it came to the hands of a man who had 3 sons, all equally worthy and equally devoted to him. The problem is that in that case, all the 3 sons, they are equally worthiest, equally qualified, equally able, equally truthfulness, equally honesty. No differences. All are the same quality. Then how can give the ring to the worthiest? How we can find out? How the old man find out the worthiest of his son? Because he has 3 sons, all are worthiest. In the end, it came into the hands of a man who had 3 sons, all equally worthy and equally devoted to him. Each of them begged the father to leave the ring to him. Each of them, and they wanted to get the ring, and everyone requested to his father, please give me that ring, please give me that ring. Well, everyone requested the father, but how the father can give the rings? Because he had 3 sons, all are equally worthiest, all are equally honestable, all are equally truthful, all are equally able. So there is a problem. The next paragraph also today we will study. The man loved all three of his sons equally. The one said, the three sons they had equal qualities. Another side, the father, he loved the three sons equally. The man loved all three of his sons equally. He promised the ring to each of them. What happened? He called one by one of his sons and he promised the ring to each of them. First, he called the elder son and he promised, I will give the ring to you after my death, and you will become the head of the family and you will inherit all my assets. And next day or after some day, he called his second son. The father repeated the same thing. The father said to the second son, I will give the ring to you. After my death, you will become the head of the family. Then he called the third son. He repeated the same thing. He told the third son, I will give the ring to you. After my death, you will become the head of our family. He promised the ring to each of them. So he got a goldsmith to make two other rings exactly like the one he had inherited from his father. So he met a goldsmith, gold making worker, goldsmith, and he wanted to make two more rings just as the original one. Actually, original ring is only one name. And this rich man, this old man, he wanted to make two extra. For what purpose? To give equally, give the three sons. Now, after making after getting the two rings, total how many rings? Total three rings. The two is duplicate. The one is original. And in that way, the rich man or the old man, he can give the ring to each of them. So he got a goldsmith to make two other rings exactly like same as the original. The three rings were so similar that the goldsmith himself could not tell which was the original one. The goldsmith, he made two extra similar to the original one. After making it, there is a confusion, there is a problem, which is the original. But the duplicate is so just as similar to the original one. Now we can understand which is the original ring. The three rings are so similar. So the goldsmith, he did not say which is the original one. The three things were so similar that the goldsmith himself would not tell which was the original one. When the old man was dying, after some years, the old man, he was dying, he secretly gave each of his sons a ring. After dying time, before the death day, he called his first son, elder son, and he gave one ring to him, and he told them, you will assess my all the wealth, and after my death you will become the head of the family. And he had given the ring to his elder son. Then secondly, he called his second son, and he had given another ring to him, and he told, after my death you will get all my wealth and you will become the head of the family. Then lastly, he called the third son and he repeated the same. He gave one ring to him also, and he told, after my death you will become the head of the family and you will get all my wealth. When the old man was dying, he secretly, one by one, he called one by one secretly, gave each of his sons a ring. Now the three sons, the three things they had got the ring. So after their father's death, each of them claimed the inheritance, and to prove their claim, each of them showed his own ring. Then their father was died. One day, the father was died. After the death of the father, each son, they showed the ring, and they claimed, they wanted the father's wealth, and everybody wanted to become the head of the family. It was a great problem. So after their father's death, each of them claimed the inheritance, and to prove their claim, each of them showed his own ring. Each of them, each son, they showed their own ring. Everyone found the three rings. Everyone, the three sons, they found the three rings to be so similar that is no one could tell which was a true one. All are similar. They can't understand which is the original one. The question of the inheritance would not be settled, and it is not been settled to this day. And this question, which is the original one? All are similar, but which is the original one? That question, that problem, they can't settle it. They will not settle it. This problem today also we can't settle it. This is the story. Today also this problem still continuing. This is the story. What you understand from the story of Jewish merchant? Here the answer is that all the religions are same. There is no differences. We can't understand any difference between the religions. All are true, all are similar. All the rings are given by a father. All these religions, help the man to reach the God. Here the God is the rich man, and the son means God here. Here is the rich man means the God. Rich man is equal to the God. And what about the religion? Religion is just as the sons. Religion is just as the sons. All are similar, no differences. We can understand any differences between the religions. And this is the moral story from the lesson. One more part, that part 2 paragraph balance. That paragraph I think that we can study tomorrow. Okay? You must read the story 2 or 3 times in your home. After the lessons, I will give the homework and home assignment to you. Thanks to all for watching video. Have a nice day.